Righto, welcome to ODT Rugby Chat. We're down at Watson Park. I've got Nick Hegarty as my comments man here today. We're down at Watson Park, mate. So Nick, I've never seen conditions this good here.
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it? No southerly, no northerly.
And what's the pitch like? I didn't get time. It was a bit late getting here, so the pitch is in reasonably good nick.
Pitch is in good nick. They've got the tractor through and cored the grass, it looks like. So, no, it's not too bad actually.
So, okay, we've just got it coming onto the field now. This will be Mark Rooney, because this is his 50th game as well. So 50th game for him today, and it's also a 50th game for, who is it?
Solomon Pole.
For Solomon Pole, the number 8.
It's actually his 120th game.
Yeah, well, I think I said that in the paper, because he would have played 60 or 70 for Pirates. Right, okay.
Well done to him.
And I think we're going to have a minute's silence here too for Dave Johnson. Dave Johnson was a president of the Otago Rugby Union. He was, I think, probably a life member out at the Tyree club. So he passed away last week. So a sad moment for the Johnson family. And these boys are going to do a quick moment of silence. So we might actually stay silent for this as well. So there it is, mate. So we're about to get underway. We just talked about it off screen that, look, I'm sort of thinking that Tyree, they should be too strong, especially with, you haven't got your first 5 playing today, even though you're bringing in Logan Allen. Finn Bamba's come in because your regular midfielder, he's Ewan. The trainer, isn't he? Ewan's the Brumwell, he's the trainer for Otago.
Yeah. So Ewan's out with Otago, but Finn comes in. Finn's a good man from Wellington, Hunt International Boys School, and he's been awesome for the Colts this year. A real leader, and is actually, I think this is his 3rd Premier game.
So mate, also just while we're catching up, how did your mighty unbeaten side go today? Your senior side, did they beat?
No, they played at 3 o'clock at Ravensbourne.
Oh, so it's a 3 o'clock game.
Yeah.
I hear the Shepherds are all back in this week. They might strengthen them up a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're underway. It's kicked down towards the Tyree 10 line. And the wee halfback has put that down the field for Nathan Hasty. Back in the hands of the first 5, Mackay, who kicks it deep. And Big Pole's back there to pick that up. Is this the wee fullback kicking here?
Michael Graham.
That's Michael Graham. Where's Michael Graham from?
He's a Sacred Heart boy from Auckland.
Is this his first year here?
No, he was here last year. He was in the Otago under-19s last year.
Did he play much Prem rugby last year?
He got a couple caps, yep. He got a couple caps last year. He's only 19, so he's still young, but he's got pace to burn.
Okay,
very,
so
very
he's one to watch.
He's actually a 400-metre champion for New Zealand.
Brady Robertson to throw to that line out. Big Don Lolo goes up and gets that for Tyree. They get the wee drive going. Well held up by Harbour, though. They're a big pack, Harbour. Still going forward. Ball comes back now. Get it into the back line. Corey Rapini, the 150 game man for Tyree, smashes it up the middle. Ball comes back on the Tyree side.
Slow ball.
And it's Braden Lang that puts it up. And again, they make a charge. Go to ground in the midfield. Tyree looking for it. Going to get out wide. Corey Mackay's got it now. Fires it out to Mark Rooney, the 50-game player. Takes it up towards the 22. Goes to ground. Back to the hands of Braden Lang. And it's a good charge from Nick Henderson, who's been a really standout player for them. Absolute standout player for Tyree this year. Ball comes back on the Tyree side, just outside the 22. Looking for runners. Found the number 5 in Brodie Hume. He goes to ground again. Halfback Braden Lang looking for it. Gets it out. Again into the midfield. One of the big popos crashes it up. Ball goes to ground again. And they're going to go wide this time. No, this time it's Fishley. He takes it up to the 22, right on the 22, right in the middle of the field. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. Looking for runners, and they've got a big runner here in the form of Big Don Lolo again. He's only back from a couple of weeks off, but he's lost it forward. And we'll have a scrum right on the 22, and it'll be Harbour ball. So, mate, question for you. Every week you name Joji Ravulu to start, and Aidan Spence always starts. What's going on?
Well, Aidan,
is that some sort of trick play?
Yeah, you never know, because they think we'll put our best prop on the second half to face Aidan, because Aidan's the best scrummager in Dunedin. So, no. Joji, Aidan was having a little bit of an injury at the start of the week, but he's come through all right. So.
He was very sore last weekend. He came 50, and then the poor little bastard had to go back on.
Yeah, I've heard he's been sunny chins about 3 times this week, so no, he should be right.
So, and is it true that you can't find a jersey to fit Big Joji anyway?
Yeah. Oh, it's the shorts, I think.
The shorts?
Yeah. Oh, here goes another scrum. It should be a penalty there. Yep.
Penalty.
Aiden Spence.
That's got their scrum going forward. Referee today, of course, is none other than the mighty Caleb Nielsen, who's big on giving out penalties, by the way.
Yep.
He loves dishing them out. Although, to be fair, was he a major? He did the Dunedin Harbour game last week. He wasn't a major influence on the game, was he?
I don't think he did. He did the other game. It was the other fellow.
Oh, was it? Do we have the other? Who did we have?
Caleb.
Oh.
No. What was his name? The other fellow.
Yeah, I know who. Me in a minute.
But yeah, you're right. He does.
Caleb does tend to fire them out, though.
Yeah.
He did a world record against Dunedin earlier on this year. He gave out 42 penalties.
Wow.
I think he broke one of his arms. Righto, so that's a nice clearing kick. Harbour to throw this line out just outside the 10-metre line of Tyree. And it's Hagan free. Son of Brian free to throw to this line out. Takes it down well. Big Meta gets up in the middle. Looking for runners. Polly. That's a nice charge. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. It's a bit slow and Hasty loses his feet, then gets it back. Taylor Dale, very impressive last week against Dunedin. Ball comes back to Nathan Hasty, who I thought was their best player last week. Salahalahiva, the energiser bunny for this Harbour team. Nathan Hasty in there looking for that. Aiden Spence, the biggest first 5 in the world. But he gets well tackled by the number 8, Fishley. Ball comes back though, Logan Allen. The charge down, but Logan Allen picks it up again. Referee says, we knock on there, was there? Could have been.
Knock on.
Didn't see it.
Interesting.
Caleb Nielsen's closer than us.
Good defence there by Tyree. Coming up fast, making the tackles.
Righto, so look, the guys, I haven't seen a lot of Tyree, mate. Have you seen much of Tyree? This Brady Robertson, they quite like him. He goes pretty well. I thought he might have gone close to Otago this year.
I watched him in the Otago trial, and he went all right. I think it was between him and Henry Bell for the Otago spot. So it's interesting they went with Bell, but good player, solid player. It's interesting.
And look, tell me about Taylor Dale. I mean, he's straight out of the Otago boys last year, and I watched him last week. I thought he was really good for you guys last week. Has he been good all year? Yeah,
he's been good. Yeah, he's a bit of a freak. They call him the man.
He's quite
man child.
He's quite quick.
For 18 years in Premier Rugby, unbelievable dominance. You saw him last week.
Yeah, he did. He dominated a line of time, and he took a big knock to the head at one stage, and just bounced straight back. I thought he was gone with that head.
Yeah, I think it was his shoulder actually, but he was all right. He's come through all right.
Braden lands off to Fishley, looking for runners.
Ooh!
That's a big Salah. Up and gone again, and all this time to ground right on the 10-metre line of Harbour. Ball comes back to, and it's Matt kicked through inside the 22, and this will be a defensive line out to Harbour. Probably 18 metres down their own line.
Big hit there. And
he's not a big man though, is he, Salahalahiva? But he obviously hits big.
He hits big. I seen him in the trial. He put a big hit on is it Tucker, the Otago lock?
Yeah, Will Tucker.
Yeah, Will Tucker. He was playing the trial there and absolutely flattened him. He's been doing that all season, to be fair. Good player.
And I'm hoping to give you some score updates from the other semi-final. I'll just see if I can while we're mucking around here.
Bit of a shambles in the
it's
line out
3-0, 3-0 to University.
Yeah.
Comes on the Harbour side. Driven, and it's taken out again at the front of that drive up to the 22. Held him up though. They've held him up to ground. Says that on. Back 22. And that
pretty tight so far.
No, and last week we a lot of the times both sides in that semi-final was quarter-final at Kettle Park. Both sides down a lot of kick penalties, which I don't believe they should be doing when it comes to football. That's a nice pass up to Fonga. Big man Fonga goes to ground, ball comes back. Again, look, Hill, he's And it's a nice bowler. Back by. Been picked up by the little terrier himself, James Tompkinson. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. Will Nathan Hasty put a kick over the top here? Yes, he does.
Good luck.
Goes high.
Wow, what a kick.
A couple of people underneath there, and it's a knock on by.
Oh, he's offside.
It's a knock on, and they're still going. Unbelievable. And again, it goes to ground. I don't know how he missed that. There's a massive knock on. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. Hill again smacks it up. Busy Hill so far. Aidan Spence over the top of that, wins the penalty. Great work from Aidan Spence.
Great penalty. I don't know, there should have been a penalty back there, but...
Well, did he say it came... He obviously seen that it came off his shoulder rather than his hand. Yeah. But then he was still in front of him, so it should have been a penalty. Yeah. Unusual. From Aidan Spence, the roly-poly little prop. And it'll be Logan Allen to kick away down this... home touch. So, mate, there's not that many here. I was expecting, even though we're in lockdown, I thought there would have been more here today.
Yeah. I thought there might be more Tyree supporters, to be honest.
Yeah, look, obviously most of the Tyree are on that side. There's not a huge amount of Tyree supporters.
No.
There'd only be, we can't say it out loud, there's 106 here altogether.
Yeah, something like that.
Righto. So it's Hagen free to throw to this line out for Harbour from that penalty. 10 metres outside the 22. Who are they looking for? They're going to the back. Found nobody. There's a knock on here. Drop to the Brady Robertson. Puts that down. Referee says we'll come back for the scrum. That's one of your stats all year.
Scrum. We'll look to get here. Abraham's been really good. He's been in the Targo so far.
Did and it's in yeah, but to be fair though to Otago, like I've been very critical of Otago this year about some of their communication, etc. But to be fair, they've only won 2 or 3 guys from outside, so most of the players in the squad are homegrown in some way, shape or form.
Yeah,
that's that's not a that's a nice kick straight into the hands. That is Michael Graham over try. Great try. Kick there, picked up the winger. I think that was Tavaki, who popped it over his shoulder to Michael Graham with another pass, and Michael Graham goes over really nice. Oh, after all that, never have called it forward.
No way.
Disappointing.
Unbelievable.
That's some nice skills there, mate. Got nice skills on display.
Great skills. Logan Allen, after the cross kick. That is a hard ball. It looked okay from here, but I guess
lucky. Yeah,
Touchy was there.
So knock on, no try. 3-0, Varsity up over Southern, and Taylor Hall's already off.
He's already off.
He's sustained an injury and left the field.
Saving him for a target.
Righto, so after us calling that try, it's actually a scrum on the 22. Comes back on the Tyree side.
Rupini's
put
dropped
down. Corey Rupini, 150 game man. He's just dropped that cold. So scrum to Harbour.
Here we go.
So we're talking about the scrum. So they've been strong most of the year, you're saying?
Yeah, strong most of the year. We're quite fortunate with good props on the bench as well. Jojo Ravula and Tavita Pole, who's Abraham's brother.
Yep.
They've been solid for us. So when they come on, they do the job. About 30 to go. Scrum for penalty, pretty much. When the ref lets them give it to us.
Righto. Here we go. He's got a wheel up.
They'll probably look for another penalty here, I'd say. Aidan Spence, the guru, the Mike team, is back on the Harbour side. Solid scrum, picked up by Polly. Nathan Hasty goes. Nathan Hasty's still going. Hasty, I'm really impressed with his running game last week. He's still going. They held him up though. What's the referee say? Now they collapse more. Referee says turnover. Unfortunate there with Nathan getting held up there, but they're about probably 5 metres out from the line. Tyree under a bit of pressure here. They'll have to get some sort of exit together.
I'm just doing a bit of housekeeping here. Now I've got my teams on the ground here. We're sitting up on the back of a ute.
Looks like they might attack here. They've got Funga out. They've got a lot of space out wide in the Seems like they might go for a wee cross kick or something. But you think maybe.
But their scrum's been under a wee bit of pressure. Be interesting to see what Harbour can do here at scrum time. They're only probably they might only be 5 or 6 metres out. And it's their makeshift halfback Braden Lang to feed the scrum. Their regular Morris has been their regular number 9, but he's been out injured for a few weeks. Ball comes back on the charge down.
Parkinson.
This will be a 5 metre scrum. 5 metre scrum. Who made that in? Was that Oliver, number 6?
Yeah, Ollie Parkinson.
He's new. Is he new as well?
Yeah.
So the other.
He's a nephew of Reuben Parkinson.
Right. That's a 5 metre scrum. Oh, now where have we gone back to? That's
22.
Unusual.
I think, yeah.
Anyway, but who was that?
Joseph Williams.
Yes.
But Ollie's been there most of the year as well. So.
Here's Graham carting it up. Oh, could have been an intercept. And he's got the big ball came in from Hunter Dixon. Ball comes back. Referee says penalty to Harbour.
This game so far, 0-0, is it?
0-0.
Yeah.
But they weren't getting that.
Did it before the game. PD, I think, is going to come down to the Logan Allen.
He was started. I've just seen McKenzie has just called in that game down at Varsity.
Won't like that.
Exactly. Well, at least he's wing. He's playing on the wing today. Oh.
Yeah, his parents again.
So to throw to this one out 15 metres outside the fires it out to Logan. Beautiful pass in the midfield, and there's a knock on. Big knock on from Big Solomon play. And the ball's kicked away over the top of Tavaki, but Graham's back there. Puts a terrible little kick up, and it's gone into the hands of. He got it back himself. Well done.
It was
Put it in the bag, kick, get it yourself.
Very lucky.
Free takes it up. Ball goes to. Tim Meadows, she's taking the ball up. Tyree over the top of that, and then counter ruck from Harbour. Nathan Hastie's got his hands on it now. He puts another kick up.
God, box kicks amazing.
Here we go. Up we go. Oh. Brilliantly taken. Referee says penalty, but unlucky. He did stop. What's he going to say? I think that would be unintentional, wasn't it?
Unintentional.
Yeah.
If he cards him for this, it'll be pretty harsh.
Oh, they're going to have a chat.
It'll be a big call in the semi-final. PD.
I would have thought so. Look, there wasn't a lot in there, and it was that was that Hudson that it was. That skinny little man.
Have they both got headgear on? Do they?
Yeah. Anyway, so it's 0-0. We are probably 16 minutes gone first half. Remember, it's 5-3. Southern over Varsity. The early Varsity penalty.
Oh, he's yellow card.
And he has yet. Oh, he hasn't. And he has. So who's on? Tompkinson.
Halalever.
Oh, it's Halalever. So Halalever in the bin for 10 minutes.
Harsh call there, I thought.
Yeah, pretty unlucky.
Well, I guess you can't take the man when he's in the air.
Righto, so penalty to Tyree, and that's
a good kick.
Corey Mackay. That's a nice kick from Corey Mackay, getting it into the 20.
Analysing them all week, they use their drive a lot.
This is what they do?
Yeah.
Well, they're a very, let's be honest, they're a flashy side, Tyree, but they just keep on winning games.
Yeah.
Best win record in the competition.
Well, they lost last week.
And then they'll just about overthrew that, but they've got that back. Ball comes back on their side. Can they get their drive going? Now they get it going. It's in the hands of Brady Robertson by the look of that. Still going, Tyree. They've made it 6 or 7 yards. Still driving, still going. This is a good drive from Tyree. And they've got that ball well and truly wrapped up at the back. What can they do? And they're going to keep going. No, referee says get it out, and they've gone wide. Fonga smashes towards the line, goes to ground. The referee says penalty. Who was over the top of that?
Ollie Parkinson.
Ollie Parkinson got in there, the blindside flanker, and turned and did enough to turn it over. So this will be a relieving penalty to Harbour. Right.
Yeah, they like to attack from the line out drive. PD. Tyree.
Yeah, they've scored a few tries from that this year.
Yeah.
Righto, here we go. No, what are we doing? And it's Logan out it away. Tidy kick from Logan. Puts it halfway between the 10-metre line and the and the 22 in their own territory.
It's about 20 minutes in, are we?
I would say stoppages. That's in.
And the other one.
5. So Tyree this line. He is a big man. Well, one by Meta. When ball and Hasty in there looking, he'll put another kick over. And that's not a quite kick. He didn't get on that one. Up and
he got it back himself.
No, got it back himself. You bad kick. Catch your own bad kick.
Good
that's a nice 2. They're looking for a ball. No, wide. Got it. Picks. Puts it over the header.
Kick.
Drag back. And then
touch. Oh! We've taken out
and took out my. I caught it.
Come on, I thought you played Dunedin P2.
Well, no, I caught that head, not hit the.
Lance Spence.
One of the best he's ever had.
We Harbour. Oh.
Anyway, here we go. That's a tack. Nice got through. Ball goes to a nice run. Ball comes back to Hasty, looking for a runner. He's found Polly. Polly smacks up towards the 22. There's Nathan Hasty again. Logan Allen puts a wee kick through. Where's that going to go? Going to go into touch, about 6 metres out from the corner flag. Nice wee period of play for Harbour.
Good touch there by Finn Bamber in his first start from the Premiers. He's going pretty good so far.
Yeah, no, sort of tough when you're dragged in because. So, what was he playing for your Colts?
He was playing for the Colts, yeah.
Right. And they went out last week, the Colts. They went down to Varsity Blue.
6, yeah.
I can give you an update on some of those games. Dunedin played, the Marcos played Southern today in that Prem Colts junior semi-final, and they beat them 26-16. And Tyree were playing Varsity Blue, but I haven't had a result from that game as yet. Nathan, we kick over the top from Nathan Hasty.
Oh,
couple of boys running at it, and they've knocked it on. 2 knock-ons. Referee says come back. No communication there between Rooney and Dixon. They just 7 there. It actually might be might be Will Nartai on there.
Nartai, yeah.
There's too many people in this Taieri team.
They tell me Will Nartai.
Well, he thinks he's Castle Street.
Yeah. He's recruited a few people for Tyree out of Tauranga.
So he's the chief recruitment officer.
He's the chief recruitment officer. He all the money goes through him, and then he.
Well, Tyree keep telling me they don't spend any money. They've got no money. But I'm hearing that you're right. I hear there's a few. There's not as much money being spent as Harbour, as we know, because Harbour
we bought houses, I think.
Well, their house last week. I mean, Logan Allen's just moved into their house today.
Yeah.
Up at St Clair. And I think he's going to. And if he wins today, he's going to. I think he's going to asphalt his driveway for him, just for good measure. Righto. So here we go. So Nathan Hasty back with the action. Remember, it's 0-0 here. We're 23 minutes gone first half. Right on the 22. Nathan Hasty to feed the scrum for Harbour.
I'll look for a penalty again, I think.
Good scrum, Harbour. Good scrum, Harbour. Looking for a runner. Tavaki takes it up. I watched him last week. It was quite impressive. Good pace, Tavaki. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. Referee says somebody must have got over that.
I think it was.
Could have been. They're patting Corey Rapini on the back. It may have been him.
Another guy for headgear. They've all got headgear on. Who's that
Solid
guy?
Performer, Corey Rapini. Like, has 150 games for these boys. He seems to have been playing forever.
It could have been Leroy Ferguson, actually. I think.
That did it?
Yeah. So you got headgear
the back just taking the credit.
He's a boy out of Johnny's, I think. Leroy Ferguson.
Yeah, now Leroy was the one. Leroy was the boy that went over to
Broncos or something?
The Brisbane Broncos, yeah, and he's only arrived back this year.
Yeah.
And it must have been during the year because he's only been playing, he's only started for them the last probably 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, he played against Harbour last time we played, and he's a good performer for an 18-year-old as well, or 19.
He's a tough kid. Ball comes back on the Harbour side, the Tyree side. And again, it's been run up through the middle. Ball comes back on their side, right on halfway. They go wide this time. Fonga's got it. Fonga's still going. Fonga up over halfway, looking for a runner. Couldn't get it. Goes to ground. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. Again, they're looking for runners. And that's thrown massively forward. Comes back into the hands of Nathan Hasty. And he's put that out. He's put that deep. Just stayed in field. Ball comes back. Straight over the head of Mark Rooney. He goes wide.
Well,
now what do they do here? They've got numbers. They're going to go wide.
Yeah, big numbers.
And it's Corey Rapini.
Oh, great tackle, Ollie Parkinson.
Just knocked it on. Referee
Ollie
says,
Parkinson, great tackle.
Come back for the knock on. Harbour ball.
That was Ollie Parkinson there, PD.
Got across. He's been pretty impressive, Parkinson.
Yeah, he's got good genes. He's got good genes.
Yeah, big Ruben was a big solid man, big midfielder. Played for Southern, played for Otago. Might have played for the Highlanders too, I think, Ruben Parkinson.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he actually played for Japan as well.
Yeah, you're right. I think he did go to Japan and play for them.
Yeah. Ollie is I think he was a 100-metre champ at school. He's Auckland Grammar boy.
So he's quite quick.
Yeah, he's very quick.
Righto, so this scrum to set. The 10-metre line of Harbour. And it's Nathan Hasty to feed after that knock on from Corey Rapini from the good tackle from Parkinson.
Still 5-3, is it?
Still 5-3. I've got no more updates from that game.
And the game here is still 0-0.
Somebody just texted me fall off the ute. Have they got nothing better to do, those people?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. So finally the scrum to get back underway. This happened last week, mate. That game against Harbour and Dunedin took forever last week.
Yeah, so many scrums.
Lots of stoppages, and there was injuries.
They should. What are your thoughts? They should maybe stop the clock when we go to have a scrum or something.
Well, it would have taken up. So they would have played a 10 minutes overtime last week.
Yeah.
Righto, and then hold
how?
on. Anyway, away goes Braden Lang. Braden Lang still running, and away goes the big. And there's a knock on. Yet another knock on. Referee says. Crucial handling errors from these Tyree boys. That's the third one now. When they're looking solid and they're looking in good positions.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened at that scrum there, but it looked a little dodgy.
Might have been Nick Henderson the time that knocked that on.
I think Michael Graham's taken a little bit of a head knock.
He's the skinniest man in the team.
Yeah, he's 8 and wet.
The little the white headgear around his ears. Very old fashioned. Righto, so this is another scrum, but they've certainly had the dominant scrum so far in the game. I've got it at nearly probably 26, 27 minutes gone, first half. Still no score. Tyree have had chances, Harbour have had chances. Nathan Hasty to feed, another solid scrum from Harbour. Picked up by Polle, shrugs off a tackle, goes to ground. Nathan Hasty's organising the troop at the back. He put a kick in. Back to Logan Allen. Comes off his other foot this time.
He's got a big boot, Logan Allen, doesn't he?
He's tidy, very tidy. He was perhaps one of the key differences in the game last week. His educated boot got them into some real positions last week.
And Saleh Halaleva's coming back onto the field. We almost forgot about it.
Forgot about his 10 minutes in the bin.
Yep.
Well,
that's actually pretty dominant.
Well, actually, to be fair, mate, that's a good result. You know, you've gone 10 without a midfielder and no points, so that's a good result.
Yeah, great result.
And the sun comes out again. I can't believe how good weather conditions are down here. There's just not hardly a breath of wind. It's normally howling across this ground. There's normally crayfish being blown into the stadium. Taken down.
Go for another drive, I think. Oh, it's come off it.
Again, they've gone for a run. And again, we've got a knock on. Very untidy. No look pass. Went nowhere. Back on the half side.
Just trying to be a
Tompkinson's got it. He goes back and he finds Logan Allen again. Educated boot. Another knock back from Logan Allen.
Oh, he lost it again.
No, I think he might have already been out.
I don't know about that.
I think he was in touch. What are they going to call?
I think he jumped from inside to outside.
And what are they saying? It's hard to know what they're saying.
They're going Tyree. Yeah.
It's going Tyree. I think he might have been in touch. Right on halfway. Remember, no score still. This game brought to you by Garador. That didn't look very straight, but it's come back on the Tyree side. Ngātai takes it up, gets driven back.
Good tackle, Logan Allen. There's Lolo.
Here's big Lolo again. Adds real weight back. Ball comes back, looking for a runner, still looking for a runner. Made's all over him. Halahiva coming from the side. Referee says play on. Nothing was a knock on. He's missed that as well. Ball comes back on the Tyree side eventually. Again.
Dropped it again.
And there's a big fly.
Parkinson. Oh no.
But they've got it. And now to put a kick through. Who gets back there?
That? Ollie Parkinson.
Mackay comes back. Mackay goes down on it. Parkinson on it.
Double here.
Taylor Dale was there. Can they get this back, Tyree? Referee says they can. Ball comes out. They did well to get that, but they got beaten numbers behind the ball. And they're going to run this out.
Halahiva.
Dumped by Halahiva. Ball comes back on the Tyree side, just out from their own line. They're going to put this time. They're going to put it away. And Fonga. That's a nice relieving flick from Adam Fonga. Are they going to run this in? They are. Samade gets it in.
Michael Graham.
Here's Graham, the 8-stone man. He's through the hole. Still going, Graham.
He's away.
Still going, Graham. Still going, Graham. Then he throws a wild pass, but it's been picked up by Taylor Dale. They crash towards the line. They're only 4 or 5 metres out. Comes back on the Harbour side. Again, they drive at the line. Could be Taylor Dale again. Is he over? What does the referee say? Short. Ball comes back. Aiden Spence playing him. Does Aiden Spence go over to score his first try in 15 years? Ball comes back again. Tompkinson the try.
He scored.
James Tompkinson overscoring. 5-0 to Harbour.
The captain. What a great play by Michael Graham.
Outstanding work from the 8-stone fullback, but that was a nice try. Good work from Aiden Spence, and then a great little drive at the line from the smallest open side flank you'll ever see. He crashed over and scored, and this time the referee doesn't pull them back, so it's 5-0 to Harbour. Kick to come.
And I think we've got Hagan free down here, which would be a big loss for Harbour.
Who comes on?
It's a blood bin, I think. He's just got a cut.
Okay.
I've heard here from.
Okay, so Logan Allen to have the shot at goal. He's probably looks like he's 15 metres in from touch on that side of the field, and there's another big man coming out here. He's the hooker.
So Joji Ravula is going to come on for a blood bin, I think.
And so who would go to hooker?
Abraham Pole goes to
so
hooker.
Abraham will go to hooker.
Yeah.
Right.
But Michael Graham, a great play by him. I told you he's a 400 metre champion. He's bloody quick.
He's certainly reasonably quick. He can certainly do it. He can certainly got the wheels moving there. No problem at all. So,
yeah.
But can my man Logan Allen, can he kick this goal? This will get half his driveway asphalted. We might have a score update. I don't know if we have.
Still 5-3 maybe.
Still 5. No, it's still 5-3. Righto, Logan Allen. Yes, looks like Hagan Free might need a couple of stitches. Looks like he's bleeding from the forehead.
He was kicking pretty well in the warm-up. I've seen him, Logan. So we'll see how we go.
Comes in.
It's a good strike.
Looks a good strike, and it's away to the right.
5-0.
So Tompkinson the try.
Interesting first 30 minutes, PD.
Yeah, well, it's a nice little lead for Harbour. I mean, you possibly thought that Tyree perhaps they probably had the more scoring opportunities, but didn't take them, and they're down 5-0, and that's what finals football's all about. Get in the zone, score the try.
Tyree's dropped the ball in a few places where they're probably kicking themselves a little bit, but we'll see. Tyree, they're always in the fight.
Yeah, they won't go away. They won't. The last game there was only 1 point in the last game that was out here.
Yeah.
And he's kicked it deep into the 22. Hasey's got that. And referee says they've knocked that on. Okay, so Otago boys up 27-7 at half time over Kings.
Wow.
You'd have to say that's a bit of an upset. 27-7, Otago boys up over Kings. Kings were the high flyers this year. They went through the first part of the season unbeaten. They finally tipped over by Otago boys about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and now they're down by 20 points at half time with no crowd in that stadium. which to me makes absolutely no sense. Righto, here we go. So Harbour to feed the scrum from that knock on.
I think they'll attack here through Funga. He'll crash it up. And
he's been their go-to guy.
Oh no.
No, they're going to use him as a decoy. And it's Ngatai smacking it forward into the 22. Goes to ground. They're in there looking for it now. Referee they're going to... Again, it's Henderson. Solid for them all year. Good carry from Henderson. But they've held him up. But now he gets to ground. He slowly, laboriously got there. And they go wide to Fonga, the big man in midfield. He crashes the midfield. Still going Fonga. Only 10 metres out. Ball comes back in the Tyree. Referee says penalty.
Great work.
Hala again. That's his second steal. He's very quick at that breakdown, Caleb Nielsen. He's electric at that breakdown. Righto, so that's a great relieving penalty to Harbour, and it'll be Logan Allen to kick down the club room side of the ground.
Make sure you catch this one, PD. It's coming towards you,
Well, if it comes to me, I'll definitely get it. You know that.
Right.
Let's not see if we can break anything on our camera crew again.
Oh, you got it, PD. No!
They've certainly got it zeroed in on us.
I think he's aiming for you.
Certainly got it zeroed in. Nice kick though. That's a nice relieving kick from Logan Allen.
So we've got Abraham Pole will be thrown in now.
5-0. Here we go.
And they're
Throw to this line out.
out.
So Pole now to throw to the line out. And who's he looking for? Looking for Taylor Dale. Lolo marking up on him. Go to the middle. Ball comes back. Logan Allen. An infield runner to Hala. He gets absolutely smoked in midfield. Referee says high. Referee says high. What's he saying? Just a bit high.
It was a hooker. What's the hooker's name? Brady Robertson.
Brady Robertson just got a wee bit high on him. Another penalty to Harbour.
They just haven't really got going, Tyree. They haven't got into the swing of things yet.
Well, they've just made, let's be honest, every time they've got close, every time they've got into the 22, they've just made elementary. I mean, they shouldn't have turned that ball over there. They've knocked it on 2 other times. They just need to get themselves into this game. Again, Logan Allen. Nice kick from Logan Allen. Puts it out 12 metres outside the 22. Harbour to go. That doesn't really count.
Man line out again.
Here we go. So it's Polle to throw to this line out. Abraham Polle. He was a hooker anyway, wasn't he, Abraham?
He has played, he played hooker.
Yeah. And here we go. So Abraham Polle looking for... They're going to the smallest man on the pad.
Oh!
For straight. What's some cool go to the smallest man?
Yeah.
Easy to throw.
He is the hardest hitter in Dunedin Club Rugby, though.
Well, I tell you what, he's underrated. I've talked about this on Rugby Chat a few times. I mean, he is a guy who never gets injured, performs week in, week out, and he's
coaching any team you'd have in his team. So reliable. You know, if he was a couple inches taller, he probably.
Well, that's right. And because look, I still think the best 2 open sides are Jack McKee and Slade, but this kid's not that far behind them. Ball comes back on the Tyree side.
Wide.
They go wide this time to Fonga. Bumps off a couple of tackles. He's been strong on the charge, Fonga. He's a big man these days, Fonga.
Oh, Don Lolo.
Big Lolo, nice charge. Good offload. Great offload again. He's off. He's got some gas here.
Alan McNeil.
The McNeil, the wee prop, goes to ground right on the 22. Nice run. That's some good play. Good interchange from those forwards. Pretty average pass. Been picked up by Corey Rapini. He gets absolutely monstered in that tackle. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. Again, they're looking for a runner. Again, it's Henderson. Ball comes to ground. He's knocked it on. Referee says
play
not
on.
a lot.
How did that work?
I thought he would have come from the side there, but it's come back again on the Tyree side. It could have been a knock on, but they've taken it up. It's Hill this time, the prop. He gets well held up in midfield. Comes back on the Tyree side, however. The prop, McNeil's got it. Again, they go wide.
They've got numbers out wide if they go wide.
They've got to go numbers. They've got Fonga screaming for it. He's got it now. What's he going to do? He's put another wee kick through. Down towards the corner flag. Graham waits back for it, and he finds touch.
Good play there by Tyree. probably the best player of the game, really.
Well, that's been their go-to, isn't it? The 3 times they've had a crack and 3 times they've put that grubber kick through.
Good run by McNeil there through the middle.
So, we get no score updates from the game, and all of a sudden, it's...
So I think Tyree will line out drive again. That's their go-to here.
Oh, I tell a lie. I've obviously been getting those scores. It was 10-5 to Uni, then it was 17-5 to Uni. Pepe scored out wide. And then Hoare has scored in the corner. He's now saying it's 19-17 to Southern.
Wow.
We'll come back to that as the drive. They've got the line-out drive going, Tyree.
Brady Robertson.
Crash towards the line. This looks promising for Tyree. Can Harbour hold them out? They're getting close. They're still going. They're still going. Boys coming out, and they've got a penalty for them now.
Let's go, Maxu.
And they've crashed. Still not over. Still short, probably half a yard short. They'll have another go though. They're crashing at the line. It's Adam Fonger. It's Fonger again. They go to ground, held up. Comes back for the penalty.
Tyree think they've scored. It's a penalty.
Yes, no, he's got that wrong. Yes, okay. So it's 17-5. Now, then Southern have scored. It's now 17-10. Right, so it's 17-10. Yes, well so they got out. They scored a couple of tries, and Pepe scored the last. And we just saw
17 Southern or
17-10 to Varsity, and we've just seen Mackenzie Hoare score the try. Second try, 17-10. I'd say he must have done one of his standard forward roll tries because he said it was an athletic effort.
Probably an intercept.
17-10 to Varsity. Righto, here we go. So line out.
Are they going the line out, are they?
They're going to the line out, they're going to the scrum.
I think they go the line out.
They're taking the line out? No, they're taking the... Yes, they are taking the line out. From that penalty, I'd have tapped and gone. Anyway, got to speed the game up.
How long to go in the half, PD?
Look, it can't be that far away. It's just on 3 o'clock, so there hasn't been that much stoppage time. Ooh, they were lucky to get that back. They got it back though, and now they've got the drive on. This time, can they get it over? This time, can they get it over? They have. They've scored. Too late. They peeled off on the back on the inside and went over and scored. We'll just try and find you a scorer.
Can't see who's got that.
And there looks like they're
Robertson.
Robertson.
Brady Robertson.
Robertson over for the try. So 5-all. Probably the last play of the first half.
Yeah, Tyree, their go-to is the line-out drive, and they do it pretty well.
So it'll come down to whether Corey Mackay, because he apparently had a bit of a mare last week kicking, but his kicking's been good this year. I think he's the second highest point scorer in the comp this year.
I think
behind
Braden
Miller.
Lang is, or was that?
What is that, Braden Lang? No,
No,
surely
Corey?
not. No, that'd be Corey. He's taken the kicks for them this year. He scored I think he scored 80 odd points in the games. Remember, it's only a 1-round competition this year.
Yeah.
So it's 5-all. Kick to come from Corey Mackay. He hit the post last week too with one.
Whereabouts is he from?
I'm not sure where Corey's from.
Because they had, who was their go-to last year in the first 5?
Well, Corey played quite a bit for them.
Oh, yeah.
Comes in. Has he struck it? It's over. Nice kick from Corey Mackay. 7-5. 7-5 with that Mackay conversion.
And there must be only a couple minutes to go in the half.
Well, look, we're 3 o'clock. We're 3 on 3 o'clock now, so the running time is 45 minutes, so there can't be that long to go to half time. Righto. So remember in the other game, it's 17-10. Varsity up over Southern. 17-10. Pepe scoring a try and 2 tries to Mackenzie Hoare down there to keep Southern in the game. Has that gone too far? No, he's taken it in. They drive it up, go to ground. Ball comes back on the Tyree side, 5 or 6 metres outside their 22. Looking for a runner, found a runner. That's a nice drive, good drive over the top. Still coming back on the Tyree side. They'll probably try to eat the clock up here till half time. And then they put the Braden Lang's put a kick over the top. That's a nice kick. Big Solomon comes forward. There's a knock on there from Solomon. Referee says scrum right on halfway.
Great kick. Who was that?
Yeah, I think it was Braden Lang. So with that try to Brady Robertson and Mackay conversion, that gives them a 2-point lead. Are they worth a 2-point lead at this stage?
Probably say Harbour's probably been the dominant team so far, but it's pretty 50-50. We know it's going to be close. I think it's going to be pretty tight throughout the second half as well.
And I'd say, looking at the conditions, mate, that wind is getting up a wee bit, but it's not much. I don't think we won't get it. Certainly won't get any rain. I remember in that early game, 17-10 half-time score. That is the half-time score. 17-10 to Varsity.
So Tyree scrum here on halfway.
Righto, right on halfway. Back. I was just reading what's happening in that game. It goes down again. Referee says we'll reset. So this is what I'm getting. Home side scored twice midway through the half, but Southern responded before the break with an athletic effort by Hoare to close the gap.
So they're at half-time already?
Yeah, they're at half-time. They're at half-time now, 17-10. And remember, at half-time, Otago boys were up by 20 over Kings High School. Haven't had an update from that game as yet. They're playing for the ODT Cup. Let's just hope somebody's actually from the ODT is going to present that trophy, since I'm not there today. But I think Steve Hepburn, our sports editor, is going to man up and make one of the great speeches of all time. Righto, finally get the scrum underway.
This could be final play here, I think, of the half.
Here we go.
They're going to use the
back
back
in the hands of
door.
Mackay, and he's putting that kick into the 22. Scurrying back goes Monet.
Tavaki.
It's gone too far.
Tavaki.
Yeah. It's gone too far, and it's rolled dead. Referee says half-time.
Half-time.
So there it is, half-time. Remember, the score here is 7 points to 5 to Tyree, and we'll be back with you for the second half. Good work, mate.
Awesome. Pretty tight.
Pretty tight.
All good, T-Mac?
You have a nice vocab, mate. Commentator now, are we?
Yeah, you still going to do the interviews? Kerry will be looking for you. Good. Pretty happy with that, eh?
That run from Mikey was pretty...
Yeah. Bro, we scored the first time.
He called a forward pass. I'll just do a quick one. Cool, go. You want your piece of your camera back? Flew off. Welcome back to down at Watson Park for ODT Rugby Chat, brought to you by Garrett Orr. Half time here at down here at 7 points to 5. Absolute battle. 7 points to 5 to Tyree. Kalahiba, in fact it was Tompkinson, the open side, who scored the first try to give Harbour a 5-point lead. That was an unconverted try. And then about 5 or 6 minutes before half time, third or fourth line-out drive close to line from Tyree finally paid off, and it was Brady Robertson, the hooker, that went over and scored. That was converted from out wide by Corey Mackay to give them a half-time lead of 7 points to 5. And in the game between Varsity and Southern, it's 17 to 10 at half-time. 17 to 10 to Varsity. They scored a couple of tries midway. Righto, so Logan Allen about to get us underway. Remember, 7 points to 5. Tyree up over Harbour in a real cliffhanger here at down at Watson Park. Been very, very tight in the first half. And it's Tyree who charge it away. They've been ripped. It's been ripped clear. Tompkinson. That's a nice charge from Tompkinson, the open side. Ball for a runner. We knock on. Some bit of bad luck. Halahiva puts that down. Sort of got ball and man at the same time.
Offside.
Good defence, but referee says offside. What do they do here, boys? No, I think they'll take. I think they'll take the line.
No.
Options could be to take the shot.
You're right, taking the line. Just been sent to PD by Ben Marshall. Give a shout out to Obi Contractors, who's our sponsor for Harbour Prems.
Free plug.
Yeah.
Righto, so they've taken that kick for the corner. They didn't actually gain that much ground, to be perfectly honest. And it's Pole to throw to this line out. 6 has been prominent for them at line out time. Tailed out up the front. Where do they go? And Meta at the back. They throw it to nobody, but they get the ball back.
Knock on by Tyree.
Pole gets it to the ground. Comes back on the Harbour side. Looking for it. They've picked it up and they've driven. Driving towards the line. That's good defence though from Tyree. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. They're in there looking for it. Do we kick through? Picked up by Taylor Dale. Goes to ground. Ball comes back on the Harbour side again. And they found a runner. It's Tompkinson, the captain. He goes to ground. Ball comes back again. Looking for runners. Nathan Hasty directing traffic. Hit one of the big men. Hit Ravula in the massive shorts. Ball goes to ground. Picked up by Spence. He goes to ground. They're not making too much yardage here, but now they get a roll on.
That's Ravula.
Ball comes back again,
Dale.
And looking for a runner. It's the hook, the
lock.
The lock, in fact.
Dale.
Ball comes back again. They're still driving. What do they do here?
It's Pole.
Tyree getting over the top of it, still on the Harbour side, and they're close. Referee says penalty.
Who was over that?
I think it could be
Henderson.
Leroy.
No, it's Henderson.
It's Henderson.
Nick Henderson.
Nick Henderson again. Good work from him.
Good start by Harbour.
Solid start. Again, both sides getting into the 22 and not capitalising. And again, there's been turnover penalties at both ends. And that's a nice clearing kick from Tyree, and that's put it out on the 10-metre line. It'll be Harbour to throw to this line out. Remember, we lost
Tyree to throw.
Tyree to throw the penalty. Remember, we lost Hagen Free early in the game with a cut to his head. He's been replaced by Ravula, and Adam Polle's gone to hooker from prop. Been picked up by Tyree. That's very straight to me. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. They get it out in the midfield. Fonga's got it. He's been tough on Fonga. Goes to ground. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. Looking for
Henderson
again, and now they drive it forward. Good defence from Harbour. Back. Aiden Lang's got it. Throws a nice pass. Big Robertson gets it. Ball comes back on the side.
Brady Hume.
Again, our man. Ball comes back. Well, good from Hill, the prop. Charges up towards the halfway. Goes to ground. Comes back looking for a runner again. Mackay's got it. He's looking out wide.
Big hit again.
He was over him. Right down in front of us. Tyree going well. They did well to hold on to that.
Officially.
Ball comes back. Officially has got it. Tom Hill again goes to ground. Been solid on the charge today, Hill. And this time it's been a kick over the top from Braden Lang. There's acres of space there. Acres of space. Back goes Monet looking for it. Not a lot of runners coming up quickly. And then Monet has time to clear it away down that coastline. And again, a cameraman's been hit. They need danger money, these cameramen.
Good play there by Tyree, I thought. Good kick by their halfback, Braden
Lang.
He was in the under-19s last year for Otago.
As a first 5, so he's actually coping quite well as a halfback.
Yeah, it's interesting. I see they got Bob Martin on the bench academy for Otago, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I would have thought Bob Martin might have gone close to Otago this year, but obviously he's been injured. He's been injured for the last 5 or 6 weeks, reasonably serious injury. But I think he might be on the bench today.
Yeah.
He's been named on the bench anyway.
I'm not sure what he did to himself, but...
So it's again,
so they go for the line-out drive again here, Tyree.
Brady Robertson, they've found it, and they've got runners, and they're coming out to Corey Mackay. He's looking for a runner.
Officially.
Found Officially, who's been solid for that's a nice offload, and they're away. It's Rooney. Rooney straight through. Rooney still going, taking the ground.
No, that was Ferguson.
Ball comes back. 2 minutes, too many people on headgear, and Lolo charges it up. That's a nice charge. Referee's got an offside. Again they charge. It's Hill again. He's been prominent. Ball comes back again, looking for a runner. They've gone again. Referee says come back for the penalty.
I'm not sure what that's for.
I
Offside.
think he got them for offside initially. And it's right out in front. They'll take the 3 here.
Good play by Fisherly. He's been
been strong. Yes, he's a contracted player.
Yeah.
He was released to play today. Well, who would know who's contracted and who's not? Because they've got 37, 38 men in their squad. But he's in the 37, 38.
Yeah, he's a strong ball carrier. Runs hard, that's for sure. Tackles hard.
Righto, so Corey Mackay is going to take the shot at goal. I think we'll give him the points, surely. So that should make the score 10 points to 5 with that penalty, with this penalty upcoming to Mackay. No more updates from round the grounds, I don't think, not at this stage. So still probably 17 to 10. He's nailed it. Right, so 10 points to 5. Time for Harbour to strike back to get themselves back into the game. Although there's not a lot in it, to be fair. But there's some nice little period there for Tyree.
I think Tyree's sent the subs to go warm up, so they might be looking at making some changes soon. I don't know many of the names that are on the bench for Tyree, do you?
Yeah, like they've all played a few games.
Yeah.
Put it into the 22. Comes back to Mackay. Mackay, that's a nice big deep kick to Mackay. That's a great kick to Mackay.
I think that was Braden Lang actually. The halfback.
And the little touch judge, little female touch judge on that side by the look of it.
Yeah. She's a cop actually.
Is she a cop? We won't give her any grief then.
Yeah, she's a policewoman.
Oh yes, I may have met her actually at the club a few weeks ago.
Great referee.
But she goes all right?
She's the best referee for the Colts.
Right.
Out of all of them.
Okay. Good to hear.
Let's it.
Right.
That's what we like. You know?
Especially in Colts rugby.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. That's gone over the... That wasn't great, but he's away again. That's a good run.
What's going on there?
Ball kicked by the wee prop. Now he drives it up. McNeil drives it over the 22. Good run from the wee barrel-chested prop. Ball again. They go to ground. Again, it's Henderson. Ball comes back. Mackay's fired in the midfield. Fonga's got it. Oh, that's a big hit from Harlaheeva. It's just a brush out. Ball comes back again. Again they go. Oh, that's another big hit, and they're all over the top of that. Ball comes back still on the Tyree side, and there's Braden Lamb having a wee dart. Ball goes to ground again. They're in there looking for it, and they've just driven straight through the ruck. We took a few people out there and we did that. Ball back on the Tyree side though. What are they looking for here? Looking for another runner? No, they drive and they've lost it. D. Great D from Taylor Dale. Referee says knock on. We'll have a scrum to Harbour.
Huge hit. Some big hits by Salah Halalev this game so far, PD.
Such a little man. He's got a big shoulder on him.
Yeah.
He's got a big shoulder.
It's all from his surfing. He's a big surfer. So he went out for a paddle this morning, I hear. So.
Well, from Tyree's point of view, they would have rather got lost at sea.
Yeah. So many with the headgear. I think there was Roy Ferguson before. He's wearing headgear number 7.
He's right.
Made good breaks.
And okay, so we've got firstly he's got the crew cut at the back. And we've got blind-headed Nick Henderson on the blind side. So Nathan Hasty that feeds a scrum. Hasn't been as dominant Nathan Hasty as he was last week against Dunedin. That's a good scrum from Tyree. That's a great scrum from Tyree. Penalty. Oh, that's a bit of a sign.
That's a big upset.
Yes, because let's be honest, I think Harbour the dominant scrum. The all shaking. They're all stop. Hill's hand there. Targo player. Marco on his day. Goal. Remember, it's 10 points to 5. Mackay 13 is becoming a task.
Oh, that PD. 13.
I really want to see, since we had Varsity and Tyree in the final last year, it'd be great to see Southern and Harbour in the final.
Yeah, I'm sure there's supporters in there that are not happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're all got 6 toes out in this one. Corey Mackay.
Oh, we've got a few of them down here as well.
Yeah, I was hoping for a bit more of an action, and that's a good kick. He's nailed that. 10 points to 5.
Good kick. Oh, I'm not. But yeah,
He's soft. He just as his head. He was pretty down on himself. The boys are telling him he missed it 3 or 4 shots a goal last week that could have easily won them the game, and just couldn't hit any of them. But he certainly turned up here today.
you know, he's playing well.
So we've got Logan Allen to get us underway again. We are probably 10 minutes into the second half. 30-5.
Oh, Hastie's jumping up here.
Didn't get it.
And Parkinson's got
we've got it, and he's knocked it on.
Oh,
He's picked it up. Referee says we'll come back for the first knock on from Taylor Dale. We'll have a scrum to Tyree.
yeah, interesting. Probably need to get back into the Harbour and just get hands on the ball, get some phases together. I think.
You're right. They just need to get some decent ball because they've certainly got the firepower in the backs.
Yeah.
We know that they've got good wingers, and as you see, and your little man, the skinniest man in the world at fullback, has got real gas. They just need to get it to them.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting scrum because Tyree pumped them in the last scrum, Harbour. So Aiden Spencer.
He'll have to redeem himself here, or
I can tell already he's fired up for this.
Or he'll get kicked out of home.
Yeah.
He won't get any income from his old man this week.
Good scrum.
Ball comes back.
Tyree.
Braden Lang kicks down the field straight into the hands of the
Michael
little fullback.
Michael Graham.
And that's a nice kick from Graham. He's put that high. Who's waiting for a big
Don
Don
Lolo.
Lolo's waiting back there for it.
Ooh, big hit
Took
by
the hit.
Palu.
Took the hit from Palu, but it got away from him and drove forward 3 or 4 yards. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. Mackay's looking it in his hands now. He goes wide into the midfield. And it's Natai. Takes it forward. Go Graham. Ball comes back.
There.
Ball comes back. Lang, he's looking for another hole back there, but Monet's got back there and he's taken it well. Ex-Dunedin player. Ball comes back to Logan Allen, who gets that big educated boot straight down to Mackay though, and he will try and find touch.
I think
that
is
a great kick. That is a great
I think
kick.
it was Braden Lang.
Braden Lang, they look very similar, those two from far away. Okay, we'll get to Braden Lang. Hello, we may have an update here.
Yeah, his mum probably wouldn't like that.
She actually worked. His mum worked for me, so she won't like it.
No.
Works for us. Works for the Southern Rural Life now. Actually, down in Gore, one of the finest rural publications in the history of New Zealand rural publications. And Otago boys up 30-19 with 10 minutes left. 30-19. Otago boys over Kings. Taylor Dale makes the run, finds a pass, but it goes straight into touch. Yeah, so 30-19. Can King get back into the game? 11 points down, 10 to go.
They're going to go
Tyree
wide.
go wide this time. Adam Fonga, makes the break. Fonga through the hole. Fonga still going. Fonga fends off Graham and put him to touch. Yeah, he stayed with him. Graham stayed with him and put him into touch. Nice run though from Fonga. He looks big and menacing in the field for Tyree.
Yeah, good tackle, Michael Graham there. Try really.
The old scrag into touch.
Yep. Yeah, he's they're lucky to get him this week, I think, Fonga. I thought he'd be in there.
Well, they took Timu, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody really want to play? Because you're marking
Rieko Ioane.
That's just a great day out, isn't it?
Yeah.
8 All Blacks playing for them today. Taylor Dale. Oh, that's Parkinson again. Charge down. What are we doing here? There's a knock on.
Taken in the air.
And there's a try.
No, taken in the air. Penalty, I think.
No, has he gone for the penalty? He has gone for the penalty.
That was
lucky break.
Very lucky. Charge down, I think, by Braden Lang, I think it was. Just charged there.
So referee says penalty to Harbour. Deep in their own 22. They've got to get themselves back into the game. They're only down 13-5, but Tyree are looking menacing now as we sort of drift towards the 15-minute mark of the second half.
Yeah, Tyree definitely got the tails up, I think. Harbour will need to just get back into the Tyree, start playing some footy.
Logan Allen.
Watch out here, PD's coming for you again.
Again, straight over the top of the camera tower. Well, the camera tower, perhaps we can't call it a tower, we'll call it a high protrusion. So this line out will take place on the 22. And it's Polle to throw to this line out for Harbour. Taylor Dale soars, takes it down, gets it back to Logan Allen. He gets a big towering kick away. That's great kicks.
Wow, what an exit.
Didn't find touch. Rooney's back there. He's got a runner this time.
Oh, they're isolated here.
Backed up and dumped. The ball coming back on their side though. They've got enough numbers back. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. Will going Nartai. Then he's taken down on the 10 metre line. Ball comes back on the Tyree side. They're getting numbers to the ball quite quickly now, Tyree. Back to Mackay. He kicks deep into the 22, but no, Monet's cut that off. Gets it back to Michael Graham, the whippet. What's he going to do here, Graham? He puts the up and under. Who's going to get under that? That's well Nartai.
Oh, he's got
Great run, Nartai. Still going, Nartai. Gets the feed away. Goes to ground, just outside the 10 metre, inside the 10 metre line. They get it wide to the big lock, Hume, and he puts it down.
A bit of debate there with Brodie Hume. He's been he's staying down here in Port Chalmers at Mackie's pub, and is one of our sponsors. So I think Black Dog in there.
And Black Dog's been in his ear.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
when Black Dog's in your ear, you normally agree with Black Dog.
Yeah, I know. So I hear he might be coming to Harbour next year.
What's he doing staying down at Black Dog's pub?
I think he's seeing his daughter.
Too much information.
Yeah.
And the wee Butterbean Aiden Spencer's off, and who's come on in his place?
And we've got Tavita Pole coming on from out of Boys.
Yet another of the poles.
Yeah, he's a big human.
He's a solid looking individual too.
Yeah. He's a really good scrummager actually. He's been in the Taieri Academy and played in the trial match. Played really well.
Righto, here we go. Nathan Hastings. 17 minutes second half.
I think we've got Bob Martin on now. 21, halfback.
Is Bob Martin on?
Yeah.
You're right, Bob Martin is on. He's just come onto the field.
Scrum's gone down.
Logan. It's a kick over the top. Who's got this?
Who's the bounce?
They got it back. Picked up.
That's the winger.
That's the winger. That's the number
Hunter.
11. That's Hunter Dixon. Called his name much today.
No. Mind you, he's wearing headgear, so he probably...
Looking for a running. That's a nice run from Fishley. Drags it up to halfway. Goes to ground. Good charge from Fishley. Bob Martin gets it wide. Got it.
Funga,
here's Fonga.
again.
Here's Fonga. Fonga on the skins. He stayed down to milk the penalty. In fact, he looks a bit...
He's
nothing wrong with him.
Smiling.
But he could go to the bin here, mate.
Oh,
I hate to say it. He
on.
could easily go to the bin here.
I think he went to charge it down. He ran into this.
Yeah, I've had to look at the replay. Who was the winger?
Yeah, winger Tavaki.
It was Tavaki. What are they talking about? He was right in front of that touch judge.
I see him. He's smiling.
He just stayed down.
Yeah.
Is he going to go to the pit? Yeah, he's calling him over. He's either getting a stern warning or he's going to the bin.
I hope he doesn't.
He hasn't got a card out. He might be lucky. He might get away with it here.
I don't know. He's go. He likes going.
No, he's got it. You're right. Yeah, well, lucky. My first reaction was that should have perhaps been yellow.
Know. I think that's pretty harsh, PD.
17-15. 17-15. Southern coming back into the game.
17-15 to Southern?
No, 17-15 to Varsity, but 17-15. They were down 17-10 at half time. That's 3 tries they must have scored now, Southern. Are we seeing an upset?
Two yellow cards Harbour have had now in this game.
So who's gone to the bin? It's Tavaki in the bin.
Yep.
Tavaki in the bin. And what are we doing? He's going to have the, what's he calling here?
I think they're going to go for a line out here, maybe.
I don't know what Sacconi's doing at this game. He's making no sense. 17-15, and then obviously no. So what's happened since then? So then Varsity now have scored as well. So it's now 24-15. How hard is it for him just to send the scores through as it happens? Anyway, so it's now 24-15 Varsity over Southern.
And they're subbing Fishley, interesting.
Fishley's off. Who comes on for Fishley?
Another headgear man.
Just to make, at least he's got grey headgear.
He's got number 19 on.
This will be Jesse Houston. He's a big man too. Lolo in the middle. Now they take the drive. Till they go for the line. Do they do this? Do they put the game out of reach here? They're going for that drive. They're close. They've got another drive, and they are. Referee says knock on.
Interesting.
Crucial knock on.
I didn't see a knock on there, but
He called it.
Did you? No. We'll take it though. Harbour will take it, definitely.
Okay, so we've taken Fishley off, and Jesse Houston is on. In 19, is he?
Yeah, 19.
In 19.
How long do you think we've got to go? About 20 minutes, is it?
It'd be at least 20.
Yeah.
So to remember that 24-15, Varsity over Southern.
24-15 now.
24-15. Righto. Scrum form, Nathan Hasty to throw to the scrum. Not to throw, just to put it into the scrum. Goes down. We'll reset. Ryan Nicholas looking a bit anxious down here beside us. Is this game getting away from at 13-5? Certainly would have been if they'd scored from that line-out drive.
Got Jack Kiley warming up here for Harbour, so he might be coming on soon. He's a prodigy of Sacred Heart College in Auckland. Head boy.
Head boy at Sacred Heart.
Yep.
Another one that should be playing for the Sharks.
I know his mum will be watching in Auckland, mum and dad.
Big shout out to
Jane Kiley.
Ball comes back pretty slow. That scrum's gone down, but it's come back on the Harbour side, looking for a runner. Halaleva takes it to ground, gets the ball back. For another drive before they exit, or they're going straight to Logan Allen.
Logan Allen left foot. Catch this one, PD. I know.
No, it just drifted back infield. Straight to Will Natai. He finds Rooney in the midfield. He finds Funga. He's kicked that into the ocean.
And the full?
It's certainly well and truly on the full. Kick. Harbour, is this the time? Is this the time for Harbour to get back into the game? 13-5 down. Probably.
I thought the Harbour supporters would be a bit more vocal, actually.
Pretty quiet. They're pretty good. I was hoping for a fight between the Harbour and Tyree. There's none of that either. It's quite a subdued crowd all round. We're making more noise up here.
I know.
So it's a throw to the slide. There's 3 Polles playing in the pack, so you're pretty safe calling a Polle.
Oh,
and that was awful. That was awful.
And they've somehow got that back.
Somehow there was a wee Tyree knock on there. Absolutely no. That was the final score. It's all over, boys. 13-19. Coaching camp of Banbury and Will Henry. Devastated. Absolutely devastated. They thought this was their year. Chicago boys, done year after year, have come back. ODT Cup at the unbelievable.
Down by 8. Sorry.
Ball comes back on the. Yes, we go. And that's Logan Allen's got it. Drags it up over halfway, looking for a runner. Found Polle. Monet. Then again, they threw it to nobody.
Logan Allen
tries the foot pass. Graham did really well there to stay away from the touchline. Logan Allen to support them. They've knocked it on. Referee says penalty.
Harsh call. That was right in front of me here. There's Jesse Houston got over the ball there. I thought that was pretty tough. But great play by Michael Graham to stay in touch. Palu, if he just held on to the ball, maybe he would have got through there. But
typical winger, just throwing it away. Throwing it away. Willy-nilly, didn't need to throw that away.
Yeah, I don't know where he learned that from. Must have been from
Dunedin. He might have learned that at Dunedin when he was there. And he's
not out.
Dragged it back in.
There's Jesse Houston
comes back, and Rooney's put the kick. It's a nice kick from Rooney. And the line out will form just a few yards from us. It'll be Harbour to throw to this line out.
And
we're looking for substitutions.
Subs for Tyree.
We've got a bearded man coming on here.
That's right, he's not wearing headgear.
He's not wearing headgear, which is good. He's going onto the wing.
So
he'll be replacing Hunter Dixon. It probably is. It's Glenn Beadle. I should have recognised him. He's a long-term servant of the Taieri club.
The Beadle.
Glenn Beadle. Polle to throw again. What are they going to do here? Let's get this line out right this time. It's very complicated, and then they overthrew, and they just got it wrong. Too complicated, got it wrong. So Braden Lang's actually gone to first 5 now. They must have taken Corey Mackay off, have they? Monet. Straight through Monet. Still going Monet. That's a nice tackle though.
Hasty.
got back and and Hastie's got the ball. They go to ground just on the 10-metre line on the Harbour side. Monet in to play halfback. Now it's Graham to play halfback, and it's the big number play to charge. He gets taken to ground.
He's Bamba.
Bamba looking for a hole. Not much of a hole there. Ball goes to ground. Back on the Harbour side. Looking for a runner. Bang. Tavita Pole. Back to Hastie. He's got Logan Allen. What does Logan Allen do? He decides to put his ears back. He goes 3 or 4 yards, goes to ground. Ball comes back. They come in from the side there. Certainly come in from the side, but Hastie's got it back again. Again, it's Tavita Pole. Charging it up. Have they held him up? He goes to ground. Got it back. Back with Nathan Hastie. Looking for a runner. Sala Halahiva just goes straight through the middle. Rolls 7 or 8 times, which is illegal these days, but he's still going. Again, they charge it up. Again, is this the chance for them? Now they go wide. In the hands of, and it's back to Tompkinson, the wee number 7. He goes to ground. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. In there looking for it again. Nathan Hastie's got it. Found a runner. Again, they charge it up. Ball goes to ground. Tyree got over the top of that. No, back on Nathan Hastie again. Gets absolutely killed that time. This time they held him up. If this time they turned it over Tyree. Ball comes back though still on the Harbour side. Referee's got a penalty. Tompkinson's got it. He goes to ground. Right on the 22. Ball comes back to Hastie. Fires a big pass out in the midfield. Sala Halahiva again. Where's he going to go? He only knows one way. Straight up the middle. Ball comes back again. Referee says we'll come back for the penalty.
What do you do here, PD? You take the points?
I'd be taking the points, get it back to 13-6. Does he want to take the shot at goal? Does he want to take the shot at goal? They're calling for it on the bench. Calling for it on the bench. What are they going to do? They've thrown the 24-22.
Yeah, they are going for the
24-22 now.
Southern
are coming back into that game. They're only 2 points adrift. Very tense, my update man is telling me. So 24-22. Remember, it was 17-10 at half time. Got it out to 24-15. Obviously, Southern have scored a converted try. And looks like it was Mika Murphy that went over and scored that try, the big number 8. Anyway, so back to Logan Allen, back to the current game, 13-5. This would take it to 13-5? Yeah, 13-5. This will take it to 13-8. He's probably 10, 12 metres in. He really needs this kick, though, just to give these Harbour boys a bit of a spurt. Remember, he kicked one from 54 metres last week to end Dunedin's chances with a spectacular last-minute penalty.
Got a house as well.
Which earned him a house in St Clair with a half a tar seal driveway. If he gets this, he might get the other half tar seal. They're telling you, has he dragged that?
Yeah, he's
got it. Nailed it.
Great kick.
Logan Allen.
And we got subs here. Jack Kiley coming on, and Jinho Mun. Sorry. So Jack Kiley, just see who he's coming on for. He is coming on for Tim Medder.
I'm a bit amazed that I was very concerned when they took Nathan Hastie off last week. I just felt that wasn't a great thing to do. If it was me, I'd be playing him the whole game.
Big call pulling him off now.
Yeah, I think it's especially with 20 to go. Well, they reckon 20. I reckon about 16 or 17.
Yeah, he's been a key player for us this year. He's one to watch, Nathan Hastie.
Look, I was very impressed with him last week. He's in my Form 15 currently.
Yeah.
Then again, my Form 15's a bit higgled or piggity, but I will pick up Form 15 for the year next week. Pole again charges it up outside the 22. Good carry. Ball comes back on the Harbour side.
You're going for a box kick, I think. Yeah.
Not a lot going on.
That's Mun.
Mun's put it over the top.
Not a bad kick.
He's found a bit of air. Brady Hume back there to collect it. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. What do we got here?
Henderson
again. He gets absolutely dumped
by Parkinson.
By a big number 6, who's been good for us today, Oliver Parkinson. Gets a wide pass out to Fonga. Fonga sells the dummy, gets through the hole. He's got a man outside him, but he's taken to ground. And that was William Nartai. Ball comes back to the little prop. McNeil, ball comes back again. They get it wide again. That's Bob Martin throwing those big passes. And again, it's the number 6, Nick Henderson. Goes to ground. Bob Martin's looking for a runner. Found him. This time it's Brady Hume again outside the 22. Going nowhere on that play, though. Referees, they're all got the arms going. Still comes back on the Tyree side.
Oh,
Again, they've finally found somebody. They found Don Lolo. Smashes it up towards the 22 right in midfield. Comes back on the Harbour, back on the Tyree side. Adam Fonga's got it again.
Oh, big tackle.
Charges into the 22, but gets dragged back a yard. Bob Martin's looking for it now. He's got the ball and got a runner in Don Lolo.
Big
Get
hit
into the
out of
20.
Ravula.
Get into the 22 now. Again, they go into the midfield. Picked up and gone
Ferguson.
through and put that wee hole. It's a nice wee pass, still going, and he's got to pass through.
Oh.
And they do. They score out wide. They've got numbers. They've got numbers, and they score.
Score.
They went over and scored. Not quite sure who that was.
I think.
It is Corey Rapini. The 150. They just had numbers. They got it wide. Corey Rapini over to score. 18 points to 8. Kick to come.
Yeah, good play there by Tyree. Matt Fungy's obviously made a difference in this game. Maybe missed him last week. Made a few key breaks in the game so far.
Just a bigger man. He's just a bigger man. I mean, let's be honest. Harlaheva's been outstanding for them, but it's just bigger. It's just bigger men on smaller men, and it just makes it a bit harder. It just gets them over the gain line. But that was a nice run. They went back the other way. They got it wide. Nice pass from Bob Martin. Too many numbers.
Yeah.
18 to 8.
Yep.
So we think this is this now Braden Lang taking the kicks? Because I think he's at first 5 now, Braden Lang. So I think that could be him.
Confused, aren't we?
He was certainly running at first 5 in 2 plays ago. So I think they may have taken Corey Mackay off. You got a supporter behind you there, Nick?
He's been supporting me all day. He's got a Billy Maverick in hand.
Here we go. He's quite wide out. He's only 4 or 5 metres in from touch. 18 points to 8. This would make it 20. And can Harbour get back into the game from here? It is in fact Braden Lang. And it's just drifted away. 18 to 8.
10 points in it and probably 15 to go.
I'd say yes, I'd say 15 to go.
And we've got the.
Remember it's 20.
We forgot about him again. The yellow card.
He's back in it.
So
Yellow card.
Tavaki.
That was a long time in the bin. And remember, 24-22, Varsity up over Southern in a cliffhanger.
They've done pretty well then. I forgot they were in the bin. So
yeah,
to only score 1 try, I think. Not too bad.
Well, for 20 minutes in the bin, and that was the only, and that's again.
Oh, here's
Glenn Beadle.
Beadle, eh?
Glow the Beadle bomb. Gets it wide to Big McNeil. Big McNeil, the prop. Still going, McNeil. He's been a bit of he's a only young fella, but he's quite a solid build. Braden Lang finds the hole. Ball comes back. Bob Martin's got it. Fonga looking good. It's a good hit from Harlaheva. And again they charge. Again they go through the hole. Lolo fires the speculator. They played that ball on the ground, but referee says play on.
I don't know how he missed that.
Tom Hill's got it.
Jeez.
He's got a runner. Going to ground again. Tyree on the burst here.
Going wide
here. They go to the wide. They're looking for that big man that's come on as a replacement, and he's knocked it on. Referee's missed that again. Come back on the Harbour side. He's finally got a knock on.
Lots of hands on the ground there, PD, but he's finally called something. I think a knock on.
Yeah, look, he's normally over officious at ruck time too. He's normally over officious, but he's missed a couple there.
Yeah, he's actually been pretty good today, the ref, I think.
Look, he hasn't been in this been. We've been at home. He hasn't been an influence on the game, which has been good.
Yeah.
The 2 sin bins. The first sin bin was perhaps a wee bit harsh. The second sin bin I thought was fair.
Yeah. Not too many penalties in the game, which is good to see.
Righto. So Harbour to feed the scrum just inside their own 10-metre line.
I think they'll use Salah Halaleva here. He's dynamic running.
They need to get the ball wide. They certainly seem to have more gas out wide than Tyree. They need to get their wingers on a bit of a half break on the outside. That's what that should be their plan.
They may look for that cross kick again here, I think, but got what's the winger's name? Will Natai standing at least 15 metres in field of touch. Got Ryan Nicholas.
He's now getting grief from Ryan Nicholas now as well. He's just taken Nick Higgett. He's taken it from all quarters here today.
Yeah.
good to see that Ryan's is still looking so relaxed when they're 18 to 8 down. Okay, the finally the wee halfback is going to feed the scrum. It's a good strong scrum from Pole picked up, was well tackled. Ball comes back on and they've lost that. No, and he's picked it up. The wee halfback's got it back.
I don't know about that.
I thought he might have been a slightly offside position picking that up, but we'll get him.
There's some dubious calls.
Here we go. We're going wide. Halahiva, as you said, Halahiva. Logan Allen goes in to cover up.
He's gone through there.
The wee Jin Munn's picked it up. And he gets monstered and goes to ground. Gets the ball back. Does well to get the ball back on the Harbour side though. Looking for a runner.
That's
a high pass.
By Dale.
That's rib-breaking stuff.
He won't be playing halfback.
Ball comes back again. Halahiva. But again they hit him hard and drag him back towards the 22. Again it's Nick Henderson getting through a power of work. Solomon Pole drags it a few yards. 120 Premier game man. Back to... and he's thrown a terrible pass to Graham from...
They got advantage though. And he's fast.
He needed to find his man on the outside. Referee says penalty.
Solomon Pole getting up a bit slow. A bit sore, but they've got the penalty here, Harbour. Still got lots of time. I think
there's plenty of time. There's no panic.
13 minutes.
So Logan Allen to find a decent touch here. Get it ahead of Brody Hume.
Yep, it might be a catch here for you, PD. Yep.
Oh shit.
Catch it.
Now we lost our camera before, and now we've lost our driving mirror. Outstanding. What about our truck? Leave it alone, you guys.
Supposed to catch some PD.
I tried to get us to that. Okay, so it's after that bit of excitement, and we've got no wing mirror, but it's going to be thrown in by Pole. Pole to throw to this line out right on halfway. They've got to get back. They're down by 10 points. They need to get back into this game. And again, Taylor Dale goes home. Logan Allen's got it now. He gets well tackled. Needed to go numbers there. They're looking for runners again.
Jack
Kiley, you new to the field. He's gone to ground. Ball comes back on the Harbour side.
Slow ball.
Jin Munn looking for it. A couple of guys offside there. Lolo looked offside. Logan Allen's got a pass out wide. He's found Monet. But a nice driving tackle by my man William Natai. Referee says penalty.
Probably pretty unlucky there, but he didn't roll away, I think.
Wasn't a lot.
Stuck in the middle. We've got Pole still down.
Now we're finding up the crowd arcing up. Finally we're hearing some noise out of the Harbour crowd. They've been pretty quiet all day. And he's found touch. 5 or 6 minutes outside the 22.
Harley, Solomon.
Still nothing more through from Jesus. I know. So Harbour have got at the back of that maul. Are they getting going forward? A lot of pressure on from Tyree. A lot of pressure. Now they get to drive forward. Up towards the 22. And they've picked it up and driven again. That's a nice drive from Taylor Dale. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. Jin Munn looking for it as he found a runner in Tavita Pole. He goes to ground. Again, Henderson makes the tackle. Been every day, Henderson. Now they go wide. Halahiva's got it. Halahiva's still going. Brought down 3 metres inside the 22. Back on the side. Looking for another runner.
Abraham Pole.
Another Pole on the run. Ball comes back on the Harbour side. Not making a lot of ground though. They've got Vulu. Ball comes back on. What do? Graham, the world's smallest man. Then Pole's got it. Monet's got it. Still going, Monet. Up towards the 22. Goes to ground. Comes back on the Harbour side yet again. Again they go wide.
Ravula. They're over the ball really good here, Tyree.
Looking for numbers. They're going wide this time. No, and it's gone to nowhere. Halahiva's picked it up. He makes the wee jinking wee run. Again he's caught by Henderson. Great
defence by Tyree.
Looking for runners. Taylor Dale's got it. Looking for runners. Then they've knocked it on. Again, great defence from Tyree. There's just no hole through that defence gap at the moment. They seem to have 26 men on the field, Tyree. Can you count these, Nick?
Yeah, they're pretty gassed, I think. Harbour giving it everything they've got, but Tyree's defence. There's a lot of hands on the heads for Tyree. But
had any more words through from the varsity? The only word was the Dunedin Bull Sharks beat the Tiger Sharks, which is not 20-18, so they go into a final next week, probably against Kaikorai.
How'd your netball team?
Haven't had a netball update.
Seen them on the Sharks Instagram. I think they took over yesterday.
The Fazed team.
Yeah, some good content there.
Yep. Righto, here we go. So it's Bob Martin for Tyree to feed this scrum. 22. Remember, it's 18 points to 8. And we think there's probably 9 or 10, probably 8, 9 to go in the game. And they put a weak rubber kick through Braden Lang, but straight into the hands of my man Michael Graham, who just gets absolutely monstered. It's just the same man picking him out. Henderson's just a bully.
Yeah, he's a workhorse, Henderson.
He's a workhorse. Pole this time. Tyree trying to get numbers over the ball. Referee says yes, penalty. Yeah, they just didn't get enough numbers there, Harbour. They could be starting to run out of steam, Nick.
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like we've got some more fresh legs coming on. 18 to 8.
We've got the sub here, Siaki Carter coming on. Not sure who's coming on for.
I'll just try and get a score update out of... you just keep talking. I'll try and get a score update out of varsity.
So we've got Braden Lang kicking for touch here. What a kick. Jeez. That's about a 40-metre kick. And they've got subs here. Siaki Carter coming on for Solomon Pole, I think.
What are you feeding these guys? They're all big men coming on.
They're big men, yeah.
The men's grocery bill must be huge out here. And he hasn't, I can't believe, and look, tell me about the sponsors tent. How many sponsors has he got down there at the sponsors tent?
There's a few sponsors.
There's a few sponsors there.
Yeah, it's good to see. If you become a sponsor.
There's 98 in the sponsors tent.
Yeah.
Righto, here we go. Back to the line out. Craig Brooks just arrived from Southern Honda. If you want to buy a car from Southern Honda, he's the man to talk to.
I'll go the line out drive again, I'd say here, Tyree. Oh, Parkinson's got up and
he's
stolen
off through that. Parkinson's got it back for Harbour. They drive forward a yard. They're looking for a runner now. They'll need to get a decent exit here. Uni's still up 24-22. There's been no change to that score. 24-22. Now he's put the Jin Munn's just put the wee kick over the top.
It's a good kick.
And nobody's going to... straight into the hands of Beadle.
Oh my gosh.
Stunning. Beadle's away. Beadle scores. Let me talk you through that. Kick straight up in the air.
Bounces.
Goes to ground, bounces, hits him in the chest. He grabs it, beats two, beats one on the outside. And Glenn Beadle goes over and scores the try. And that could be all she wrote for Harbour.
Yeah, the bounce of the ball, Beadle. There's a lot of supporters here, they're a bit quiet now.
The Harbour supporters have gone very quiet, and that takes the score to 23-8 with that Glenn Beadle try. So, with a kick to come, Glenn Beadle, just a superstar from nowhere. Been a journeyman for this Tyree team for probably best part of 5 or 6 years. Gets on the paddock, clutches one to his chest.
Does he start next week?
He starts next week. He's got to start. You can't leave the man out. And it's Braden Lang to take the kick at goal. 23 points to 8. It looks like it's done for Harbour. And remember, it's 24-22. Varsity up over Southern, but that game's still going. It's in the balance. Can Southern get up and get it done and make a final next week? The good news, if Varsity or Southern win, they'll either get a home semi or at the stadium if there's a crowd allowed. We possibly will have to move those games if there's no crowd allowed. Braden Lang, 23-8 to make it 25. Looks pretty tidy, and he's nailed it. 25-8 and full time. It's all over. All over here with that conversion.
Beadle have to be the player of the day, wouldn't he?
Well, no, we won't be giving it to Beadle. So, look, talk me through it. I mean, Harbour had chances in the first half. They just didn't quite get it done, did they? They just didn't get it done, and Tyree probably too strong second half.
It came down to a few moments. I think in the first half, if Harbour scored early and got a bit more of a lead, it was 7-5 at half time, so we knew it was going to be tight. Credit to Tyree, I think, and they'll go in as favourites, I'd say, next week.
They will. I mean, they've only lost 2 games. Look, all over here at Watson Park. I can't give you a final update from the Varsity Oval because I haven't got it, but I'll get that very shortly. So it's all over here. 25-8. Tyree go through to the final next week, and they'll take on Southern or Harbour. And back to the studio, and we'll come and do a wrap on our website very shortly. Done.
Yellow
Well done,
cards, I think, cost us. A couple of cards.
Good work, Nick. How would you know the only game you watched of the year?